Hello, hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. It's so good to be with you here today. The highlights of the week have been the planting here in the tea garden. And it's not just herbal teas, but also I've been planting other things as well. Well, I am going to pot up these 12 caladiums in these pots that I have. I'm recycling these pots, and I have here a bag of 12 caladiums, white queen, and I'm going to get them started in this cell pack here. I got these 4 Cannas Tropicana from Costco, and now I am going to pot them up. So I did take out the winter things that were in here, like the evergreens and different things, and now I've placed in this pot impatiens, begonias, and I have some petunias there. I don't think that I'm going to put the petunias in this pot, but for right now I think it looks sort of pretty, and it's giving me some ideas. As you can tell, my tulips are done, but I didn't have the heart to just throw them away, so I just put them in that vase for the moment, and that's where it's sitting for now. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, my strawberries are doing very, very well. I brought them up here because, on the deck, because I put them in the garden and something ate one of my strawberries. And they didn't even wait until it ripened. They just went ahead and bit in it and then spit it out, and that was that. And I said to myself, no way am I going to let that happen. So I decided to bring it up here onto the deck so that I can keep an eye on it. Here is one that is actually turning red. I'm looking really, really good there. The other thing about the strawberries is that, look, it's gaining fresh leaves, and it's looking very, very healthy here. So I think that this is a good way of growing strawberries, at least for now. The only problem is that the container is kind of small, so that the strawberries may outgrow this pretty quickly, but other than that, I am very much impressed with my strawberries, and I know that I'm going to get some to eat if the squirrels and other things don't beat me to it. And so I planted some cabbage, and also I planted out the marigolds in between as a companion plant with the cabbage. This is eggplant right there, cabbage, and marigolds. In this container I put the Canna Tropicana, and I figured it'll get a lot of sun here and heat. We also put some bedding plants there. That's still to be done, completed. Here, my beans, the bush beans, have come up. I planted in the bush beans, and I didn't think that they would grow because I hadn't seen anything, but now they have come up and they are looking really nice. Weeds are starting to come up here, and also the mixed veggies here. I also planted zinnias, and then I'm starting to see them germinate, as well as the chives. I don't really see cilantro so much, but I do see the chives. What I'm really impressed with is the lemon balm, self-seeded here, and they're filling up this whole area, even into this part here. I'm going to have to weed out some of the weeds that are coming in, but it's going to be really pretty to have this walkway lined with the lemon balm. I did make some lemon balm tea. I just didn't have my camera available, but I will do it again and harvest some so that you can see it. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, I bought these dahlias from Costco, the Cartouche American Dawn dahlias, and they have been sitting in my home for a while here, and they need to get out in the ground. I'm starting to see some growth there, so I know that I need to put them in the ground. And it's starting to get warmer here in the Northeast. The temperature, looking at the forecast, the night temperatures are going to be in the 50s and the day temperatures are going to be 68 to 70. So I think it's time for me to put them in the ground. And they are plants that are 5 feet tall or deep, 20 inches apart, bloom summer through fall, color purple, full sun to part sun. So I have a really good area to plant them in. I'm going to plant them over by the begonias, where I put the begonias, and I think it's going to work out really well there. So I'm going to put these dahlias over here in the garden, right in this location. I planted the begonias here, but now they seem to settle in pretty good with the impatiens. And you see how this tulip looks really good, that color. So I'm going to put the dahlias there. I can see it now in my mind's eye. The dahlias right there. Yeah, the dahlias right there. Yeah, so pretend that's a dahlia. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting them right there. And it's going to be like a layered effect, because the impatiens will grow up to about this high, and then the dahlias will be a little taller. By that time, the Casablanca lilies will have already passed, and they will be able to shine on their own. So I need to get them in the ground, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So what I'm going to do is separate these bulbs so that I can see what they look like, and then we'll go from there. All right. So far been able to pull 2 apart there. Did you see that? There's another one. They look very dry. Maybe I waited too long to get them out and planted up because they look very, very dry. But I'm going to put them in the ground anyway because they're not doing any good staying in the bags. But they do look very dried out. I'm wondering if I should moisten them, put them in some water first and see if I can hydrate them. I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, I put the dahlias in water here and I'm going to let them just sit for a little bit and then I will put them in the ground. If not today, then tomorrow. Well, I am going to pot up these 12 caladiums in these pots that I have. I'm recycling these pots, and the 12 caladiums came in this bag here, these bags, and they each have their rhizomes here. And this is Caroline Wharton, Caroline Wharton, 12 caladium. That's what it looks like. It says it's sun tolerant, which is fabulous, sun and shade. And this is an idea of what it could look like in the garden or in a pot. And it says that it blooms summer through fall. Plant spacing distance 6 inches. Plant depth 2 inches. Height 16 inches. Planting tips. Caladiums are heat-loving plants and they won't grow in cold soil. It's best to wait to plant until the nights are warm and temperatures have reached 65 to 70. So we're getting there. I'm going to get them started. And I grew them last year and it was so nice. I enjoyed them. They spent their time on the deck and then I put them in the garden. And I am excited about getting this started. So that's what I'm going to do here. I've already made a mixture of soil with garden soil or compost. Put a little Miracle-Gro in there and also the Miracle-Gro Organic Choice. And I made a mixture here and I'm just going to put that into the containers here and then put the bulbs in, cover them up, and then put them in the greenhouse. I've taken the caladium bulbs or rhizomes out of the sawdust and I'm going to place them inside the pots. So now I'm going to look for the largest ones and put them in. Now here it looks like the roots are at the bottom here. So I'm going to just take it and just tuck it in like that and then cover it over. So I'm looking for the biggest ones. Yeah, you could tell that's the bottom. That's where the roots are. Just tuck that in like that. Here's another good size one here. Tuck that in. Okay. I'll take this one. It's nice and big. Let's see. Now these are a little bit more smaller. So let's see. I think this is a good size one here. Make sure that I'm putting it in right. Yep, there we go. And you can kind of tell because the bottom is kind of flat, and then the top part like that there. And I think this one or this one, let's see. I think we've got what we needed here. This one here. I think I'm going to put it in like this. And then we have this one here. Either this or this. Let's see. I think I'm going to put this one in here. So they're in, and these, I think I'm going to put these in a container of their own, probably in this pot here. So I'll have to fill this up with soil, and then I'll put the 4 of them in there. So now I'm just going to cover it up, cover them up with soil. Down a little bit. What's this? Oh, that is. Oop. Okay. Just like this. Trying to make sure that they're all covered. That it's not too deep, but yet deep enough. So that's it. Now I'm going to just water them in and put them in the greenhouse. So I'm going to water them in now and then put them in the greenhouse. And I put the 4 in here. Water them in pretty well. So this is my first start with the bulbs, and I have another packet to do as well as the dahlias and the cannas, so stay tuned for more. I have here a bag of 12 Caladiums White Queen, and I'm going to get them started in this cell pack here. I'm just using the Miracle Grow potting soil, and I'm just going to get them started, and then I'm going to put these directly in the grounds. I was able to pot up the Caladiums. I put one in each of the different containers there, and as they grow up and grow out, then I will either put them in a bigger pot or I will plant them directly in the garden. But yes, I got this done, yes, and there are 12 of them. So this is a good thing, and the days are getting warmer. It's like 73 or so, and the nights will be in the 50s, so it's perfect for the Caladiums to start to get ready to get out in the garden. I got these 4 Cannas Tropicana from Costco, and now I am going to pot them up in containers, and then if need be, I'm going to put them in a larger container, but I want to get them started, so that is the goal. So the Canna came in this pouch here, and already you can see that it's starting to grow out here in this. So I believe my timing is right to get started on the Cannas. I can almost feel them, feel the 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says size 2 eyes, so I guess each one of them has at least 2 eyes in it, and the count is 4 in the bag. And it says plant 3 inches deep and 10 inches apart, and the color is red orange, and it blooms summer, full sun to part sun. So let me take them out of the bag here. So here is one piece here. And they said 4. I don't see the 4th one. Anyway, these are really good size. And you could tell that the roots are at the bottom here. So I'm assuming that it would go in this way, go down into the pot, and this is already heading upwards, so, and then this one. Because of the size of the Canna pieces, I think I'm going to use a bigger pots to put them in. I've decided to plant the Canna, or at least one of the largest piece in this pot here. Maybe I'll put 2 together. So this one, let's see which one's the largest. They're both pretty good size here. So I think I'm going to just put them in. This one, and I'm going to put the other one in 2 as well. So we'll have 2 of them in here, 2 in this pot. Then I'm going to just put in some soil in there, cover them up, and water them in. And this might be just the pot that it stays in for the summer. My kale that I pricked out are doing very, very well here, and also the nasturtiums. I'm pleased with the nasturtium plants. And I found out that nasturtiums are good to interplant with other vegetables, that they help to protect them from bugs and insects and so forth. And they're a good companion planting. The leaves of the nasturtium are edible, as well as the flowers. It has a kind of like a peppery taste to it, but it is very good, and very attractive too. Well, my hibiscus came in today from HSN. I had ordered another set, and the first one that I planted in is, let me see, Midnight Marvel, and I planted it over by the apple tree, Midnight Marvel. And now this one is, let's see, Evening Rose, and then this one is Perfect Storm. Perfect Storm is nice and big. So I am trying to figure out where I want to put these two. I want to put them really in the front garden there, right across from the other two that are there, so that I'll have two on one side and two on the other side. I'm a little concerned about the soil quality over there and the spacing, but I think I'm going to go for it and just put them in, because it says plant immediately. So these are the hibiscus plants that I ordered. Hibiscus. And they have beautiful blooms, and they are hardy hibiscus, and they need sun in a sunny location because they're tropical in nature. So full to part sun, it actually says. Light sun exposure, full to part sun. Perennial, at least 4 feet apart. 1 plant per 18-inch or larger container. But I think that I'm going to put them in the ground. And they usually show up, hibiscus show up more in August and September. That's where you really get the impact of them. So they're sort of dormant now, and later on they show up at that time. One of the hibiscus are planted here in the front garden, this new garden space, and the other one is right here. But then I decided that I wanted to have some balance, at least having hibiscus on the other side of the garden as well. So I put the other one over here, and then the next one is right here. And these two are the largest of the bunch that I received. So it's going to look really pretty here. And then looking down, and then on this side as well. This is a little close, but it's okay. If anything, I could always dig it up if it's too close. And there are a lot more stuff going on here on this side, but they can always be transplanted. But I think it's going to be really pretty in August. That's what I'm looking for. This beautiful look for August. I really am enjoying the garden, so come again and spend some time with me here in Catherine's Garden and Home. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful time. Have a great day. Bye. Grow, grow, grow together. Grow, grow, grow together in Catherine's garden and home. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's garden. Bye.